Welcome back to another episode of Tracks and Tackle. Today we got a special reunion of some sort as we catch up with our original co-hosts, Brady, Hollywood Horse, and Matt, Buck Mentzer, coming out to be with us today. We got all the guys together. We're going to sit down, have a round table. They've both been tied up doing some different things, but it's always good to get the gang together. Now the hunting season's wrapped up. We're diving into what these guys have been up to and reflecting on highs and lows of the season, talking about what's next in the world of hunting, archery, and the great outdoors for this great Tracks and Tackle crew. It's going to be a fun one, so stick around. Hey, hunting family, welcome back to the show. It's me, your host, Ron, and I got all the guys coming back to camp here today. So we're going to have a sort of a Tracks and Tackle round table, and I'm just going to start bringing them all on. So it's been a while, but we got Matt with us, Chris is with us, and we've got Brady. The whole gang is here, guys. What is up?
What's going on?
How's it going, Ron? Brady? Chris, how you guys doing?
Dudes.
It's good, man. We were just talking here before we hit record, and it's been a while since the band was all together. So it's nice to have everybody. I know we got like a ton of things going on in our schedules and everything like that. But Brady and Matt, you've sort of been real busy as far as lining up the guests and stuff that we have. Chris and I have been holding down the fort, but I guess I would just ask there, since it's been a while, is there anything you're dying to talk about?
I'll let you go first, Brady, because I'm still trying to clean up some loose ends here while I'm jumping on. So.
Oh, you're good, man. I'm just happy to be back and just part of the group here, and it's just fun shooting the breeze with everyone and stirring the pot on different topics. So I'm just eager to dive into it today. I know we're just catching up and throwing some thoughts around what we're getting into, but it's just fun just catching up with you guys. You guys are, part of the outdoors family, and it's just, I'm happy to be back.
Right on, man. Right on. Chris, how are you doing?
So far, so good. I had to work last night, but I'm sitting outside in the sunshine right now trying to catch back up. So,
yeah, man. Chris was showing us he's got a fire going, sitting by the fire pit, he's actually outdoors, which is what we're all about.
Can't complain. Can't beat it.
Matt, how are you doing, man? You're trying to run a business, plus coach an archery team and raise a family. You're juggling.
Yeah, the winter time is supposed to be the slow time. You always think that, and it's not. It's not. We're as wide open as we can get right now. Yeah, we're as wide open as we can get. We were actually shooting. The whole family shot this morning, minus Mason. He was resting and recovering. He took third yesterday at district, so he was laying in this morning and didn't get up and go with us at 6 this morning. But we're doing well.
That's good, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we want to hear a little bit about that. Brady, let's start with you, man, because for the audience, we just want to catch everybody up. This is going to be a short episode. Haven't had the guys together here, all of us at once, and we wanted to sort of have just a round table, shoot the breeze with one another. But Brady, let's just we'll start with you, and what's going in your world, man. What's keeping you away?
Yeah, so just a lot of moving parts. Just getting settled in. I recently moved in with my girlfriend, and I don't know, it was maybe a few months ago, 3 or 4, towards hunting season. But just getting settled in there. With the relocation, my job is a little bit further away and a couple other things, but ultimately I switched careers. Same career, just switched jobs, but now I'm doing home health physical therapy. So, just getting up on my feet with that, making sure I do a good job with that. So, I pay my bills and, just have a grasp of my occupation. So that's starting to go well. I'm having a little bit more free time. It does have its perks because I do my own scheduling. I see about 5 to 6 people a day. Most days I'm home around 2:30, and I just got a little bit of paperwork to wrap up. So I'm getting more comfortable and more in my zone with that, which is freeing up more time for this stuff. But also, the sun's still out, so it warms up a bit. I can find some more stuff to get into. Fishing's coming around, and there's just a lot more to do when the sun's out.
Yeah, days are starting to get longer too. I mean, it's
Oh,
here
yeah.
real soon. We're gonna switch the clocks back.
I'm ready for it. And then I got out. I had a few Tuesdays where I had some extra time, so I went out with Buck Dillsburg doing the bow shoots, which was a blast. It taught me that I need a lot more practice. But
You want to comment on that, Buck?
Hey, like today, like I told him today, somebody's got to be last. So
Yeah.
it was me this morning. So
yeah, it was awesome. I went out there, and I think there was 11 or 12 guys, and I ended up shooting like 11th place, one off from last. Buck was right behind me. He was shooting in his recurve, so he was practicing on that. But I guess their scoring system, they pay out a few cash prizes, and my slot landed perfect. So I was like, all right, like I can't be the new guy that comes and makes a few bucks and leaves. So I went back the next week and did it all over again, and wasn't as lucky, but still had a blast.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Keeps you coming back.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you, Chris?
Well, just catching up. Ron and I were working on some stuff here. It's going to come out soon. 3B's kind of in a lull right now because the season is over, but we just launched our new unconventional hunter thing that we're going to start doing, just different kind of off the beaten path stories about us having success or not success, but trying to mix some stuff that I'm into outside of hunting in with that, music and tattoos, and kind of bring it to just a different non-traditional element, and just lining up guests and trying to build this network that we're working on. So got a lot of cool things coming up here.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I'll comment, and then anybody, you guys can hop in. But since Brady, since you've been shifting your career and moving things, Chris has really stepped in and helped book us a lot of new guests and people that are local and or semi-local, and we've been having a lot of really awesome conversations. So just want to say hat tip to you, Chris, for stepping up, and appreciate what you bring to the table, and glad to have you with us.
Been a blast for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So Matt, all right, you're out, you're shooting, you got the family out this morning, you're shooting first thing in the morning. But I want to hear about this youth archery team that you've been coaching. Tell us a little bit, catch the audience up, because you've been on a couple episodes, and then for this year we've been trying to create space to get you back on the show here. So tell us a little bit about what your hand's been to the plow. You've been doing a lot of really cool stuff, and I know you're sending me awesome videos and pictures and stuff. But tell the audience what you've been up to and sort of paint that picture for them.
So I guess last summer, fall time, a lady in our local club that we shoot at, where Brady's been there with us at Dillsburg, she come to the board members, and she wanted to try and get a youth organization started there. And basically the guys all said, hey, you do the legwork, and we'll back it. Well, she did the legwork, and last fall we all went and got certified as coaches for S3DA, which it's a it's based around being scholastic, so it can be in a school. Most of them in Pennsylvania are run through a club. There's not too many schools that are running them in NPA yet, but so we got set up with that. We got did all of our background checks and coaches training and certifications and stuff that we needed to do. And in December, right around the close of the Pennsylvania deer season, we kicked off our inaugural youth season. And it's been a wild ride ever since. I mean, if you're passionate about archery and outdoors like we are here, watching them kids grow in and just grow in the sport, learn and progress in what they're doing, it's just been fabulous. It turned into every weekend though. I have no free time anymore. My two daughters have really taken to it. I mean, if we'd have been having this conversation this time last year and you've been like, yeah, you're going to be shooting your bow every weekend, or you're going to be in an archery tournament every weekend, with your daughters, I'd have probably laughed in your face. But I mean, we shot I think the first weekend in January, we shot the first one. I know, Ron, you had some footage on
Yep.
that. We'd put some stuff up for the very first one. It was in Palmyra. And we come home from that, and my oldest daughter come up to me, and she's like, how many more of these you guys signed up for? I'm like, well, there's like 2 or 3. And she's like, well, how many is there? I'm like, well, here's the calendar. So we went down through the calendar, and she's like, sign us up for that one. Sign us up for this one. So it became every weekend. Sometimes it's twice a weekend. We've picked up some open shoots to go to, but we've met a lot of great people.
Yeah, I bet.
It's like one big family. It's competitive. It's definitely competitive, and there's people, but they're there to support everybody's kid. It's not just like you don't have the people that are like, well, my kid didn't win, I'm mad.
Yeah.
They're there to support everybody's kid, and it's all about the kids.
How many kids you got on the youth team?
So for Dillsburg, we had 14 here through the indoor season.
That's really good.
And I don't know when you'll get this out to the masses, but currently our season's over. We just had states, so the PA season has ended. States was last weekend, and next weekend is Eastern Nationals. Myself and my 2 girls are headed to Eastern Nationals. We're the only ones from the club going to Eastern Nationals. But we're headed down there, so that kind of closes. We're closing out the indoor season right now with the youth, and we're getting ready to transition to 3D season. So, I mean, we got a couple kids that have already said they're not coming for 3D because they're a couple of them are members of a shotgun team, so
Sure.
they shoot clay birds, and there's other sports kicking off, but. We're always looking for kids. If there's some kids out there that want to shoot 3D competitively with other kids, we have a place for you.
Yeah. Why don't you, how can, if somebody's interested in getting their kid involved in shooting archery, how can they get a hold of us?
Well, you can put my email address and, out on a link. I'm sure you know how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not good with that part, but, if you get it out there on a link form to email me, that's the easiest thing. Facebook Messenger, if they message you or me on Facebook, we'll get them where they need to be.
All right.
So,
well, if you're interested, if you're listening or watching, you're interested in learning more, the club's in Dillsburg, PA, great group of people, all about the kids. Like Matt says, we'll put some links in the description of the show. Reach out and let us know, because I know you're having a blast, and I know the girls are enjoying it, and I'm sure Mason is too.
Yeah, well, he's really enjoying it because he won himself a state title last weekend, so that was a little extra special for him. He was actually thinking about getting a new target bow here. He's been kicking. He's still kicking it around, but he come home last weekend. He's like, well, I don't think I can sell this bow anymore. I want an indoor state title with this bow. I don't think I can sell it now. I
Hold
don't
on
think
to
that'd be
that.
art.
Yeah.
So he still don't know what he wants to do, but he obviously wrestling's his first love. So he has been, shooting when he can shoot. He hasn't been practicing as much as he could because of wrestling, and wrestling's one.
Yeah, it's that time of year. I think Matt froze up on us. He freeze up on you guys?
Yeah, but yeah, the program that I went to, I can attest for that. Just there's a lot of kids. Everybody was smiling. Everybody was having so much fun, and just the support from the adults there. You got eyes. Everyone's giving them feedback, and it was just such a supportive environment. So I think that's a great thing that they got over there. I didn't realize how recent it was, but that's awesome. The level that's already built at to help those kids stone their way through. Archery, but not only that, but life skills, development. You got to practice. You got to dedicate your time. Just really applicable to life, right?
Yeah, it's a lot different than going out back and shooting with mom and dad, or your uncle or your grandpa. You're getting them on a whole different level because a lot of people hunt, but when you're talking about hunting deer, we're hunting X's on paper with this too. So, the skills transition, but it's still it's a lot more finite skill set. If you can hunt these X's on paper, you can definitely go hunt a deer with that bow.
Mhm.
It'll transition. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah. And
transition.
like Brady was saying, it's a great big support group we have there. And, everyone in the club is kind of taken to the kids. They enjoy watching the kids grow and helping the kids. And,
Hey, that's what we're all about. We want to see another generation of outdoorsmen and outdoors women embrace, the things that we love. So if we can have fun and find community in that, we're gonna promote it for sure.
yeah, we've been running into our old buddy Darren Snow here lately. He was at the state tournament, and seen him around a little bit. And
did you catch up with him?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, he was sharing some Virginia 9-point deer sticks at States.
Nice.
Yeah. We had that picture of him with his deer.
Yep.
That we were sharing, and he had some Virginia 9-point sticks, as he called them. And but yeah, it was good catching up with him.
Yeah, he texted me, I don't know, like two weeks ago or so, and we're going to get him back on the show, because he's involved with the raised at full draw youth camps, and they got 2 or 3 camps here in PA that they're going to be promoting. We'll put the link to them in this episode as well. But yeah, Darren, we'll get Darren to come back on here closer to time to get the kids to start signing up for those youth camps, because that's another awesome organization that creates space for young archers, or maybe these kids just want outdoor life skills. These
Right.
camps really serve them well, and you can find other like-minded people and spend a few days together doing it.
One of the biggest things I've come to learn with the archery is archery isn't just hunters. There's a lot of people out there that are interested in archery or that are shooting archery that have no desire to take a bow into the woods to take an animal or hunt in general. There's some people out there that just shoot the bow competitively, or shoot it for, just a hobby and leisure. So it's a great way to challenge yourself, and it's it's rewarding and challenging at the same time.
Love it.
I grew up that way. Bow hunting's never been my thing, but I really love shooting my recurve or shooting a bow with my brothers. They'll sit 3D targets up at my dad's house, and just for whatever reason, bow hunting just never struck a chord with me. But I enjoy shooting with my brothers and my dad, so I can attest to that part.
I was just rolling back through some of the old videos we put up, and Brady and I hanging out at the hunting camp, shooting off the back deck, and it is fun just to, and Matt, I remember when we were just kids, just learning to shoot, getting big groups of guys together, and it is fun. I mean, it's a fun.
Yeah. For sure.
Fun project to do and not do by yourself.
Yeah.
And all different skill levels, and you can all work together. The shoot we went to this morning, it was a bunch of the guys. Brady would know all of them from Dillsburg. It was a bunch of our guys from Dillsburg. All the recurve guys came, and then Emily, Kara, and Erica, my wife and 2 daughters, they were the only ones. And I shouldn't say the only ones. One other fellow's wife came along. The women were the only ones shooting compounds this morning. All the guys, we had our recurves out there. So, the Dillsburg recurve mafia.
That's cool. That's
cool.
cool.
Brady knows all about it. He's seen us all in there laughing and joking.
That's many of them.
We're just having fun with it, though. It's just having fun.
Hey there, hunting family. It's time to give a shout out to a company that's been keeping our communities moving since 1995. I'm talking about Interstate Garage Doors. For nearly 3 decades, Interstate Garage Doors has been the go-to choice for comprehensive garage door services in South Central PA, as well as the surrounding Hagerstown, Maryland, and Martinsburg, West Virginia areas. And get this, they're not just any company. They're veteran-owned and family-operated with a proud history of serving both residential and commercial clients. Their professional technicians are the real deal, offering top-notch installations from industry-leading manufacturers and expert repairs for all garage door makes and models. From residential garage doors to overhead doors and openers, Interstate Garage Doors does it all. So whether you're a hardworking contractor building homes or a homeowner looking for service or just needing an upgrade, you can trust Interstate Garage Doors to get the job done right. And hey, they're not just experts in garage doors, they're also experts in giving back to the community, sponsoring podcasts like Tracks and Tackle. Are you ready to experience the Interstate difference for yourself? If so, here's a little something extra for our loyal podcast listeners. Use promo code Tracks and Tackle when you contact Interstate so they know you heard about them here. Just visit igdoors.com today to get an estimate or request service, or give them a call at 717-263-3150. Don't wait. Take the first step towards a smoother, more secure garage today. Well, what projects do you got here in the off season? And, I'll throw that to you too, Brady. We're after big game. I think we did have you were on right after hunting season, and we did get to do a recap of how hunting season went. But, we're kind of in that in between right now, where it's still semi-winter, but, summer hasn't hit. We're not fishing or chasing turkeys yet either. So any projects going on right now?
Yeah, I can lead us off here. Just as you said it, we're kind of in that in-between dead season. So it's all about finding what to do, unless you're Buck. Buck seems like he's got plenty going on right now. But
For sure.
Yeah, I try to find stuff and ways to keep me busy. So if it's not too windy or too cold out there, I just connected with a buddy. We're going to try to hunt some coyotes. Our family, we butcher hogs. So we got that done. I hauled the scraps over there. We put some cameras up over it. Got some pretty neat footage. No coyotes, but raccoons, foxes. There was these two hawks like battling each other and having a territory war with these crows.
Awesome footage. I got to make a note to myself to post that today.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it out. But just some cool footage, but no coyotes. So ultimately, we both kind of looked at each other like the likelihood of a coyote coming to us, not likely, but it's not necessarily about the hunt. It's just about an excuse to hang out and catch up a bit. So that's on my schedule to get out coyote hunting. I want to get the dog out training a little bit. She's working on scent training for deer recovery. So just keeping that fresh in her mind. And ultimately here soon, I think these bucks are going to start dropping their antlers. So I want to do some shed hunting. I've been talking to some of my friends on that. They're starting to see some one-horn deer. So I think we're getting close. My cameras personally haven't seen that yet. But it's just a good excuse to get out, take the dog for a walk, and just, be out in nature. It's so healing spiritually, physically, emotionally. It's just great to be outside and, breathe that fresh air.
Yeah, especially once we've been cooped up all winter. We call it cabin fever, right? But you want to get outside. You want to do what Chris is doing. You want to start a fire and hang out and enjoy the great outdoors, right?
Oh, yeah,
right.
absolutely.
That's my plan here, and we talked a little bit. Ultimately, I want to get up to the cabin, but where our property's at, it's got a long, steep driveway up the mountain. So if there's any ice or wintry conditions, there's no shot we get up there. We just play it safer. So keeping an eye on the weather. I'm hoping to get up there late March, maybe early April, but we got some work to do up there. And ultimately, too, it's camp. It's just fun to hang out there with your buddies, your pals, your family. I'm just looking forward to that. I got the itch for that.
And you've been spending a little bit of time working on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Share any projects you got in the pipeline?
Trying to just get some videos out. I got one that just dropped on Friday and another one coming soon, but that was from a recent pig butcher and just looking to share with the community here, how we do it our way, and, just to share that knowledge if anyone wants to do it on their own. So if you guys watch those videos and have any questions, just reach out. But just trying to be authentic, show who we are, and motivates us to get outside and capture some content too. So it works two ways. We share what we do, but it also motivates us to get out there more and just share with our community.
Right on. Matt, I know you're always sending us content, so we can put together for the channel as well. you're contributing a lot to that too. You got anything? You got a full plate, but any projects going on right now this time of year?
Not really anything new and exciting. Same old stuff, just a different day. Like I say, we're getting ready to transition to 3D season. Mason's wrapping up wrestling season, so he'll be around more to help with some things. But
I heard through the grapevine you might be helping a good friend out set up a new bow.
Well, yeah, I know we were talking about that. So one of these, hopefully here after some guys get done with the Vegas shoot, we're going to go look at a bow, and that'll be a cool project. I think that'll be fun to do that, set that up, and get it shooting, and we'll see if he shoots any better, Brady.
Yeah, this cracked me up. I'm at the shoot, and Buck tells me, Ron's looking for a forever bow. It's like, I haven't found one of those yet either. I don't know what that is.
Well, he found a good deal on these ones we're getting, the one he's getting here, and I'm actually the guy has a couple for sale, and I'm picking one up for my wife too. I'm gonna build her a target bow too. So
right on.
That'll be a springtime project here. We'll get that together. That should be we'll get some good content, some good footage. I'm sure that we'll be able to get some discussion out of. I would say through that,
Yeah, we'll document the process. Matt doesn't have enough to do, so we're trying to find projects for him to do in his spare time.
I don't like having spare time. I mean, I was hauling a load of hay home here to feed the steers when you were waiting on me. I run a little long getting that done here this morning. So as soon as we're done with this, I gotta go out here and unload hay and stuff and do some feeding. But I need another project, like I need another hole in my head, but it's you just got to stay busy. I can't handle sitting around. It's I don't know how people can come home from their job and just sit in the house, and I get stir crazy in an evening, let alone every day doing it. So.
Well, that's why we're sort of celebrating the daylight. The days are getting longer. So there's more opportunity to do stuff. Chris, why don't you share a little bit about what we're working on? For the audience, I know that we've been talking internally about some stuff as far as casting some vision for the show as we get into summer.
Yeah, so we're really laying a lot of foundation and groundwork to build a network of different like-minded groups, people, hunters, fishermen, whatever, outdoorsmen. Shared vision. There's no easier way to put a collaborative network of just outdoors people that want to work together, share the same message, mission, hang out, share hunts, do what you're doing, Matt. Just teaching kids, getting people out, and just there's no other way to put just a network of just people that can work together. And we got some really good headway on that. We've been talking to some people. We just did a podcast with a local group down by me that wants to get involved. They were actually just talking about shooting predators and coyotes and that type of stuff too. And, we're really just starting to make some headway with that and really just get your name and the Tracks and Tackle name out in the lexicon of this kind of area's outdoor network.
Yeah, I would say just to add to that, it's certainly we do the podcast and there's brand recognition for the name Tracks and Tackle. But if anybody's listening to us, if you guys are following our stories, which, Brady and I started this, a year or so ago, and we just wanted to swap stories, tell stories, and have people follow our journey, which is kind of what we do on the YouTube channel as well. But there's the 3B Outdoors stuff that Chris has got going on. There's the Mentzer Outdoors group that, we're all posting that sort of thing. Matt running with the Dillsburg Archers, talking about, that community that comes together. There's a ton of different subgroups, and we're meeting them and we're having really cool guests come on the show. And, we're just trying to build that network out so that we can promote one another and expose, we want to bring exposure to what Matt's doing with the youth archery to this audience.
Man down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't drop in the fire.
Yeah. Keep the camera out of the fire, man. So yeah, I mean, we want to bring exposure to one another and help one another out. So that's sort of what we're working on, and I think that over the summer that's going to come together.
Yeah.
So anything else to add to that?
No, I mean, it's just, again, just anybody that's listening that wants to be a part of it, let us know. I mean, all tides are good for all boats, you know. So same thing. If you guys have a podcast and are looking for other people, if you guys need other content, we're here to help. You know, let's join, link up forces. And it doesn't have to be hunting. It doesn't have to be bow hunting. It could be, you know, you're a houndsman that does raccoon hunting. You know, we're getting into turkey hunting now. So anything. I got guys that ride motocross that are real into just doing it, just sharing their passions and just going outside. So one other thing that I really haven't talked to Ron a lot about, but I stole something from him that I'm going to do is I'm going to start a thing called Tailgate Traditions, term I stole from him. And he's been posting some way back pictures, but I'm going to really start focusing on some older throwback pictures, whether, you know, I have a lot of old ones from growing up, but anybody's just sharing that old vintage stuff. If you guys know me, obviously that's what I'm into. So that's a big thing that I'm going to start doing here soon too with you guys. So anybody that wants to be a part of anything, reach out. We're willing to work and accept you guys. We want you to be part of the tribe.
Love it. Love it. Well, listen, guys, I got about 10 more minutes that, you know, we can go. I want to hit you with some rapid fire questions and get feedback from the group. Just, it's been good to get together and sort of hear what's going on with everybody. And I know the audience has been wondering, you know, where everyone's been. So, awesome to have you on, but, just tell me what you think. Hop in here. Best memory from this hunting season. Go.
I think, yeah, it's tough to pinpoint one, but it's just all about, like, when you're done with the hunt, like, seeing each other. Like, I think when, you know, whether I bump into my dad or bump into you or a buddy, like, right before you get back to camp, but just being able to, like, what'd you see? And then you stop, you catch your breath, and you know, you talk about that hunt before you walk down. And even just our camp, as soon as you get in camp, everybody wants to know, like, well, what'd you see? You know, what happened? Just that quick debrief for me, I guess.
Yeah, you walk in the door. That's when you need the camera rolling, actually, because those are the best stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing, dude. I had a hard year, but just sharing outdoors with my dad, brothers, sons, just learning stuff, just getting out there doing it, you know. That's what it's about, you know, lessons learned, how to adapt and make it better for next year.
Your boy's been doing had a pretty good year, though.
He did. You know, I said that on one of the recent episodes. I said, man, this year sucked. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. This has been awesome. So it's all about perspective. And he did have some success, you know, but, you know, just going out and doing it and going to Turkey Hill and getting snacks and hot chocolate, you know, just that's like going to Disney World for my boys. So.
All right. Buck?
I've got to say hunting with my daughters here more and more. Mason kind of is on his own, but I know you had some footage of it the night that she had that little buck come in on her, you know, within a couple of yards of her, and then I seen the black bear. She wasn't able to see it, but I was up the tree, so I seen it going through the brush. That was probably, if I had to pick one memory, one day of hunting, that was probably the one.
Yeah,
she was all cranked up coming out of the woods after that too. So if I had to pick just one, that was probably that night.
Yeah, I'll add one more footnote. My second son, who likes to come out with us, but by his own volition is not the most outdoors, killed his first deer this year.
That's a big deal.
He was really pumped. He was with my dad. And again, you know, my dad's jam is deer hunting. So he was with my dad, who's his grandfather, and he used my grandfather, his great-grandfather's rifle. So a really cool memory, really cool moment. Super proud of him.
Something he won't forget.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That's a lifelong memory, you know, your first one. So, all right, one more question, rapid fire. Favorite piece of gear you used this year?
I guess mine's my IWAM suit. I like being warm. I hate being cold, and it was the solution for both.
Perfect. Yeah, that was good. This was your first year using it?
Yeah, first year using it. I'm a huge advocate of it. I know Buck has a suit too, and he doesn't use it too much because he gets too hot in it. But I just it keeps me in the woods longer. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. It does. It definitely does that.
I used a new old thing to me. I found an old garden cart from my grandfather's farm. I was toying around with trying to buy a new cart or wagon to haul gear back and forth, and I looked in the back of my garage and forgot that when the farm sold, I took this thing, and it's been an unbelievable tool for me, you know, so everything comes back around, right?
was a great find.
Yeah.
Awesome. Buck?
I'm going with the saddle.
Right. Yeah, you started saddle
first
hunting.
year with the saddle, and that was that was definitely a game changer for me and the way I like to hunt and move around and not be the same place. That was by far.
Well, I know that you guys, appreciate you, coming on and carving a little bit of time. It's a big deal for me when we can all get together. But I know we talk a lot about the hunting journal and how we got started and sort of the roots. But I did post something online, but I did want to show you guys. I finished the project. I said I was going to type up our journal and put it into print. And so I've got this thing completed, and it's hard to see on here, but it turned out really, really well. I'm super pumped about this thing, and I can't wait to get it up to the cabin so that we got a little coffee table reading.
That's awesome.
Up there versus the old handwriting. Some of it's in pencil, some of it's faded. So really cool project, and that's sort of what I hang my hat on here in the off season of getting accomplished.
Very cool. Very cool.
It's so remarkable when we say we're going to do something and we actually do it. Like sometimes projects have speed bumps, but I know that the handwriting, including my own, like you have to really take your time to get that typed up for a publisher to get it on print. So awesome job with that. It looks good. I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Yeah, love it. Well, listen, guys, we are wrapping February. We're going to be rolling into March. We got an excellent episode coming up with the Keystone Hunters from the Hanover area. They'll be coming on soon. We got an interview with a gent from, I don't know if he's mid-state New York, upstate New York.
Yeah, upstate. He's right outside of Syracuse. I mean, it looks like he's in Alaska right now. He said they've had over 100 inches of snow. Yeah,
man, can't wait to get him on and talk shop with him a little bit, and then we got some other local guys that are be coming on as well in March. So that shed hunting, archery, shooting, everything else we talked about, we got a lot on our plate. So even though it's between seasons, we're going to be coming out with a lot of fresh stuff here for the group. So any final words from the team?
Just happy to be back and looking forward.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Get outdoors. Let's keep going.
Yeah, but I like what you and Chris got going, Ron. You guys are doing a great job keeping it rolling while Brady and I are out too busy to be hanging out.
Well, you know how it is, man. The microphone's always there for you, and anytime we can get you to peel away from what you're doing, come on, man. Hang out with us. Riding this journey. For everybody else, you're part of the hunting family. Appreciate you guys tuning in, following our journey, and listen to our stories. Follow us on socials. Let me see if I can throw a couple of these up here. We're at Tracks and Tackle. You can find us there. You can find us at Mentzer Outdoors. You can find where we at 3B Outdoors is down here as well. And always, I'll throw a shout out to our sponsor. Sponsor of the show is Interstate Garage Doors. If you need a garage door, go out there, service or a sales. They'd love to help you at igdoors.com. So, appreciate everybody that supports the show, what we got going on. And till next time, stay wild.
See you guys.